Alright, hey, what's up everybody? GratuitousBeatstruggles.com, and in this video I want to talk to you guys about what compression actually does. So if you guys are just starting up and you're wondering what compression does, you know, like you'll read on forums, people always say stuff about, you know, just use compression. But when starting up, it's like, but what does compression actually do? You know, like if you guys have put compression onto some of your sounds like vocals or instruments, your kicks, your claps, all that kind of stuff, and every time you apply it, whatever you're doing, it's like you're not hearing anything, and if you are hearing anything, it's only because like you're bringing down like the threshold and things are becoming quiet, or you know, like you're not really sure what compression is doing, like you're not really hearing much with it. So what compression does is it works with your peaks, therefore allowing you to make things louder. So pretty much a compressor is like a limiter, except a limiter is just a compressor with a super high ratio, pretty much like the highest you can get. That's a limiter. A compressor is pretty much a limiter, but really gentle. Therefore, allowing you just to bring down your peaks just really gently so that you can get some extra loudness out of your track. So for example, with vocals, I'm going to show you guys a picture right here. You look at this picture and nothing is changed at all. It's just like, this is our vocal, the peaks aren't affected, nothing's affected in the audio at all. Now we go over to our next picture here and we can see in the white part, that was our original audio. And now the orange part is the output. So in other words, because of our threshold being down a little bit, so if we look up at threshold there's a 0 which is on the far right, and that means it's off, so the compressor isn't working. But now we can see in this image that the white part, those were the peaks before, and now it has brought down the peaks, and now we are able to bring up our track and push it even louder than before, because the only thing that is stopping you from making your tracks really loud is your peaks. So if you were to push up like your master into your limiter as hard as it can go, what's going to hit the limiter first? It's your peaks, right? Alright, so the purpose of this video is not to teach you how to use compression, because there's tons of videos on YouTube about how to use compression, like what does the threshold do, what is the ratio, the attack knob, the release knob, etc, etc. I am wanting to show you why you want to use compression. And again, it is pretty much just to bring down those peaks to get extra loudness out of your tracks. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys an example here with a vocal, just so you guys can see visually how I am affecting the peaks of the audio. And you can see on the far right that one word is really loud, like it's almost double in size compared to most of the other words. So in the verse I say what it's worth, and I said worth really loud. So if I were to master that track, everything else would be fine there, but let's say I kind of pushed my master really loud to get extra loudness out of it. Now when this word comes in, you know, you're probably looking at some distortion or something like that. So using some compression here is going to bring down the peak and therefore allow us to kind of get away with some extra loudness. We're going to see that the last word is brought down, so what it's worth, okay? Worth. We can see that on the white volume, the peaks, they are pretty close, like they're not like way out of range, like, so this isn't like a dramatic example. But we can see that when we get to the orange, that those are a lot more consistent level. Like I'm talking like the very top of the waveform, so like the peak. If you use a little bit of compression, I guess, on most tracks, you're going to get a lot overall loudness in your master because you've dealt with a lot of those peaks during your mix. And your peaks are not going to get in the way when you're trying to boost up your final track for mastering or anything like that, because what gets in the way is your peaks. If you guys have a limiter and you guys have a track, try it out. Bring out a limiter, just boost up the volume and just hear. You guys are going to hear that the mix kind of starts to sound really weak and almost like it's missing like its punchiness and stuff. And that is because you're just pushing the peaks up into the limiter and you're not hearing any of like the transients because the limiter is just cutting them off. The louder you go, the less dynamics you're getting, and therefore you're getting one of those big blobs, and it's having no life to your track, no nothing, okay? So by using a little bit of compression, you guys are going to bring down those peaks, therefore you're going to keep the overall loudness, and you're going to maintain the transients, which allow like a lot of that punch into your track. I'm GratuiTous, this is Beatstruggles.com. I hope this video has helped you out. Compression is definitely a really tricky topic, but the more you read, the more you're going to understand and the better you're going to get, okay? So if you guys want to stay up to date with me here at Beatstruggles, you guys can sign up to the Beatstruggles newsletter. You guys will be updated on posts, videos, plus the Beatstruggles sound pack flyer, so you guys can watch this video right here to learn more about the sound pack flyer. And if you guys have any questions regarding this video, leave them in the comment. I know this stuff can get really confusing, but overall you're just wanting to bring down those peaks so that you can kind of get more consistent volume throughout the track. So I'm GratuiTous, this is Beatstruggles.com, and thank you for watching.